Now let's talk about the thing that y'all missed in Forever. If you don't know what Forever is, it is a new series on Netflix that has the internet going absolutely insane. It is about two rising high school students, Keisha and Justin, and their journey into love and like growing and navigating being students who just recently graduated high school and are moving on to college, dealing with their parents, some of their family, and life in general, while also dealing with one another. Now, the thing that is super adorable about Justin and Keisha's story is the fact that they are both very unevolved young humans. Like, they both make a lot of mistakes. They both have to learn to grow in communication. They're both like babies when it comes to the thing we all like to call life. And so to watch them grow and try and understand themselves while simultaneously trying to understand one another is really an adorable story. It is a Mara Brock Akil creation, and you know Mara Brock Akil knows how to make you think and feel when you watch her creations, and Forever is nothing short of that. And speaking of Mara Brock Akil and her being able to make people think and feel, I think she put something in Forever that was a lot of food for thought that a lot of people actually missed. And it's how your socioeconomic standing should not dictate who it is that you bring into your life, because you never know how their perspective can help to enrich your life. Take, for instance, Justin's parents. Justin's mom was played by Karen Pittman, and Justin's dad was played by Wood Harris. And his dad was a successful restaurateur who did not have like the Ivy League education and background that his mom had. However, his dad was bringing in some type of dough because he had like 5 restaurants and they were living high up in the hills in Los Angeles. And then you take Justin and Keisha's relationship. Now, Keisha was a young girl who was from very humble beginnings. She did not live up in the hills like Justin. She was a young woman in her family who her family members had a lot of hope in, because she was very gifted academically and also was dating the quote unquote next LeBron in her high school community. She had her head on straight. She knew she wanted to go to Howard, and the world was basically her oyster. Her mother was a working single mom. The father figure, the more permanent, father figure in her life was her grandfather. And I feel like a lot of young Black kids can identify with Keisha's story. And don't be fooled, you also have Black kids who can identify with Justin's story. But the way Mara Brock Akil introduced these two characters into each other's lives and then showed how the other benefited the other just via who it is that they are was really interesting to me. And I think there was a lesson in there that we all could probably learn from. That lesson being, where you start does not determine where it is that you go, and you never know whose influence could help you grow. Okay, I hate that. But I love how this theme in Forever was very soft, but also extremely present. And while there is a mile-long list of all of the things that I really enjoyed in this series, I think that stood out the most. Now, I want to know what y'all think about Forever. Let me know in the comments.